Morolake has a gold Olympic medal, which is crazy.
Usually people say
Olympic gold medal. I feel like I'm like blackout right now. Like I want to watch the Dodgers game.
That's fine. I have a spot in mind.
Okay, yeah. Okay, an Olympic
Olympic gold medal.
Thank you. As if I've never said it before. I'm just like, I'm so.
You
flustered.
actually have told everyone that we've ever met together. I actually have never been with you,
and I said it wrong,
and like met people that I did not know, and had you not tell them. Sober, drunk, whether or not we were going to be there for 5 minutes or 5 hours.
It's so cool to have both. Is like crazy. Like if it was just one, on God, I would not. But both is crazy.
And I appreciate that.
Genuinely,
I really do.
I don't tell anyone about my parents or anything. Like,
and that's why I always chime in and be like, and both her parents.
And then I get mad.
Yeah.
Not mad, but then I'm like, shut the fuck up. And you're like, you just did that to me.
Yeah.
Not to make this about me, but it kind of always is. Oh my God. Are you mad at me? You guys, I mean, I'm shaking in my little boots. Rarely am I nervous on my own podcast, but today is one of those days. Not only do I respect and love and admire the woman sitting next to me, but wow, has this woman seen some of the craziest parts of me. I mean, this bitch knows where the bodies are buried.
I was like, why are you saying you're nervous?
You haven't been introduced yet.
Oh, sorry. Cut that part out or leave it.
No, this is your pod. Everyone comes on and like they're so comfortable with all of you guys. This turns into their podcast. They're like, Kelsey, clip that. They're like, oh, people are gonna love it. This is my show, bitches. Wait, I'm manic.
Let's take a deep breath together.
I'm actually trying to say I'm manic less because I don't experience mania. I have other mental health issues, so. Mm-hmm. I'm so not well today. I have a pimple patch on. What do people say about pimples? Like I have like a
planet on my face.
On the side of my face, like
I don't get pimples. I'm sorry. But it's true.
We're gonna circle back. Okay. That's my and I get that. Okay. Okay, back to the intro. Not only is this woman my favorite person to go out with, which is here we go. She's like, I don't even drink. God, after a couple of tequilas, I'm on top of a bar and I say, she's got a fucking Olympic gold medal and an Emmy. I mean, I love to have a couple cocktails.
Actually, let my hair you don't even need a single drink before you start telling people that.
Let me introduce you.
Okay, keep going.
One thing about me is I'll be like, haha, I do this crazy thing when I'm drunk. And everyone's like, you literally do that sober. And I'm like, same thing with ovulating. I'm always like, sorry, ovulating. Everyone's like, you did that last week. Also, ovulation's only like 8 hours. Did y'all know that?
Okay, yeah, but there's like the period where like your body is like telling you like get pregnant, and it's like 5 or 6 days.
Right, but the actual ovulation.
Yeah. But like the ovulation period is like 5 or 6 days, which I believe you can stretch to a week where you can say that
you could get pregnant.
I mean, yeah.
Can you get pregnant on your period?
I mean, if you ovulate that early into your cycle.
I don't even know what that means. Okay, back to the intro. Shut up.
I'm not gonna interrupt the intro anymore.
No, I don't even
done.
know what I've said anymore. Gosh, I just love bragging about this person because she is so cool. She's so dedicated, but also because I am obsessed with how we like actually became friends. This is your time. Should I say Morolake or Morolake? This is your big
Morolake.
We have Morolake on the pod. Wait, I'm nervous.
I don't get it.
What do you mean?
You're nervous because there's no rundown and you don't know what we're talking about.
Kelsey, got that. I'm prepared.
Okay.
This is a really hard-hitting Barbara Walters fucking interview, so lock in.
Okay.
I'm expecting tears. I'm expecting laughs, giggles, emotional moments, all curated by the show I prepared for us today.
Okay.
I know I'm being really silly. I am so happy that you came on. I think the reason why this is like, we're just such different people, and I feel the same way about Chloe.
Literally last night I was at a dinner with some girls and I brought you up and I literally said Sierra, and like one person at the table knew you and I was like, you know Sierra, and then to everyone else I was like, she's crazy, but I love her. And then I was like, no, the thing is that we're just such different people, and it's what makes our friendship so fun is the fact that like we're both so us and we expect us to be us.
You'll have the rare moment where you're crazy and then I'll be sound. Like, we go back and forth.
Yeah.
Crazy's relative, right? People put me in this crazy category because I'm very, like, humble brag, authentically myself when you first meet me. And then people get to know me and they're usually like, oh, you're actually pretty chill and normal. Whereas I feel like most people like pretend and have like this facade of like who they are. Then you get to know them and you're like, this bitch is fucking crazy. Do you know what I mean? Do you agree with that?
No.
No, my therapist says I'm really self-aware, so I don't give a fuck.
I genuinely think that you're crazy. No, you know what? I don't even think that you're crazy.
Already, my feelings are hurt.
I think that you're silly.
That's why I rebranded to Silly Sierra. I had to take control of the narrative like they did with the N-word back in the day.
Exactly. I don't really feel like we'll just leave that alone.
It applies.
I don't know. I don't even know how like the adjective. I feel like you're silly, but like you're also kind of chill, but then you're also kind of crazy.
What's like the craziest thing about me? That was a dangerous fucking question for me to ask. I love how this is like, sorry for the name of the show. This is like about you, and I'm like, so what do you love about me, Diva?
I'm trying to think about what's crazy about you.
Thank you. See, you're stumped.
No.
Stumped.
I'm trying to think of like how to like, you know what it is? You're unpredictable.
Okay.
That's what it is.
See, we're getting somewhere.
Okay,
but can I be honest?
Yes.
I'm literally not.
No, you're unpredictable. And at the same time, you know what? It's not that you're unpredictable. It's crazy. No, it's crazy.
No.
Because I'm so
just type B. I'm just type B.
I'm so unsurprised by everything that you do. So it's not even that you're unpredictable, but like I would never do half the things that you do.
But that's the beauty of us being different people.
And I'm like unfazed by it. And I'm like, oh, that's just like so Sierra. It's like when, there was that one time when me and Chloe are watching your close friend story and we're just like, oh, like this is just like, we're just going to ignore Sierra. Like she's just like having one of her crazy benders.
Okay. Kelsey, cut that one of her crazy. Okay, we got to also cut the tequila rehab segment because that sounded scary. What are you referring to?
Are you sure you know what?
I tell them everything. Even if I don't want them to hear it, Kelsey will cut it.
Okay, so it was the time when you thought that you were pregnant and you were like talking to your close friend about whether or not you should take a pregnancy test. And I'm like watching this close friend story and Chloe did the same thing. And I completely ignore it because I'm like, she's probably not. She's probably being irrational.
I like haven't even had sex in 3 months.
Not pregnant.
I'm just manic.
Yes. And I completely.
But see, that's exactly my point. People would be like, she's crazy. She thinks she's pregnant. It's like, I'm crazy because I will not have sex and convince myself that I'm pregnant.
And like, that doesn't make any sense. But like, I know that you would do something like that. And so like, I didn't even like text you to check in. I don't even think I responded to this story.
Sometimes I'm just like bored and I want attention.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like not gonna bullshit. Sometimes I'm like, this is so fucked what I'm gonna say. Sometimes I'm like, I don't even know what I like or don't like or what I think is
like
funny, what I don't think is funny.
You're a lesbian and you're not. Sorry. Not sorry.
I've been going with pansexual. I'm fluid.
What does that even mean?
Kelsey, cut that. Kelsey's a lesbian.
No, but
I literally said this last week. Kelsey's gonna be watching this. She's gonna be like, "Why do you keep telling people I'm a lesbian?" Anyways, back to, what I thought you were gonna say when I was in New York and I met that guy and we like both didn't get on the flight and then we both got on a new flight and then we landed and he gave me a ride to Brooklyn.
I don't even think I ever got that full story. I think I saw it on your stories and then like we were supposed to talk about it when you got back and then like I don't even know what happened. And then he ended up being like a convicted felon.
Okay. He kept saying the N-word, remember?
Oh, yeah.
All my close friends, everyone was like, Sierra, like, I can't believe you're in the car with him. He's saying the N-word. I'm like, well, clearly the man's crazy. What do you want me to do? Be like, stop saying that right now. Open the door and get me out of the car. I had to reap what I sowed. Like, I had to sit there and be like, slay diva, get me to my fucking stop. I didn't have a choice. I got myself in that situation. Wasn't the best situation, but days later, we followed each other. And he posted an appeal of some sorts, and he had appealed not domestic violence, but like some sort of battery charge that he had. And he was like, finally free or something. It was crazy, but he was really sweet.
So I think you made the right decision by not saying anything because...
Thank you. Because there's some of you that disagree.
No, if someone has a battery charge, like that means that they're not afraid to beat your ass.
And I didn't know that at the time, but looking back, I'm like, no, like I made a bad decision getting in the car.
Yeah.
Bad is relative. He was super sweet. He offered to get me a little meal, everything, but I had plans that night. I went out that night.
I don't think it's a bad decision.
He was cool.
I feel like we give ourselves such a hard time with hindsight about the decisions that we made. And I'm like, no, if you go back and you just think about all the information you had at the time that you made the decision, would you have still made the same decision? And like the majority of the time, the answer is yes.
That also is why we are friends, because I feel like we both do such a good job of like meeting each other where we're at. Like I know we're being silly and like poking fun, but like you can have these opinions about a singular thing that I did, but like we both have that like baseline understanding of like we're figuring life out, we're different people, and we're choosing to be friends with each other even though we're different.
Everyone's
and that's
just
like
trying their best.
Everyone. And I think we both know that we are both legitimately trying our best. And that's where this is a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
You look beautiful right now.
It's the new bronzer. It's House Labs. Lady Gaga has like really...
She stepped it up.
Yeah.
I want to try some of her stuff.
It's fantastic. Her foundation, her bronzer, the blush.
Were you doing Giorgio Armani foundation? That's what I have on right now.
Heard great things about it.
I love it. But you like more of a fuller coverage, which is crazy because you have like amazing skin.
I'll do both.
Both what? Tinted moisturizer?
Tinted, like just skin tints and like full coverage as well.
This silly girl is so good at doing makeup. It's like actually crazy. It's
Remember
insane.
on my birthday when you watched me do my makeup and then I sprayed my face?
Ew. I have like a thing with like wet things on like dry surface. Ew.
Okay,
it
so
was like a lot. Tell them.
Beauty tip, guys. After you do your makeup and you're setting your makeup, I'm a huge fan of the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, and the new matte setting spray is fantastic. Gabby Thomas actually put me on. She influenced me.
Shout out Gabby. Wait, when Gabby comes on the pod, you have to come back.
Okay.
We'll have to like include you in some way. That'll be so fun.
Anyway, soak your face in it. Spray your entire face with the setting powder, with the setting spray rather. Let it sit, melt your makeup, let it dry down. And then if you're not a fan of the dewy look and you want to be more matte, then you just take the one size spray, shake that up, spray that all over your face. Now your face is matte and your makeup's not moving for forever. It can last a track meet, literally.
When she says the first product to spray it all over your face, she literally means do a full beat. I mean, the wing liner, the brow, and spray it so much that you're dripping.
No, dripping is a lot. Like
it
just
was
like you're wet.
Ew.
Sorry. I didn't want to say moist.
Ew, but you just did. Okay, wait.
Okay, you have a rundown that we've ignored.
I literally don't. Like, we should get a cocktail after this and watch the Dodgers game.
I actually was going to ask you if you wanted to go to Kazunori.
I can't afford that. I have to pay rent.
But
that just triggered me to my paint and sip and my birthday when I literally started crying multiple times for legitimate reasons because I felt so fucking connected with everyone in the room and everyone rolled their eyes. And you know what's fucked up? I'm at a point in my life where I really feel like I found my people. And my people don't care if I cry.
It's not that we don't care if you cry. I think that we were all like, here goes Sierra again. Like doing the same thing like again.
Do you think it's performative? If you say yes, that's like fucked up. Do you think it's performative?
No, I don't. I didn't say that.
Are you concerned because you know it's not performative? I guess I'll let you talk.
Okay. I was actually thinking, I've never thought about that before. And so I had to think about it for a second.
What in you made you see me cry from happiness that you literally had to take a deep breath? Because everyone in the room felt it both times.
Because it's ridiculous.
What do you mean?
Because it's like not a moment that requires tears. Like on your birthday, I was like a little bit more okay with it because like birthdays and like reflecting and like, you know, sometimes that's just like, you know, it's different on birthdays. But at the paint and sip, I'm like, what is happening right now? Like, why are you crying? I was confused a little bit.
I mean, not to me.
I was about to say something so crazy.
Just say it.
But everyone at the paint and sip's going to watch this, so I can't say it.
Well, offline.
Okay.
And Kelsey was at the paint and sip. Just to respond for a second, I love quality time.
Me too.
And I love the feeling of being seen and to have that many people in a room that I just love, it makes me emotional. And it's not something I've experienced much outside of my family.
Okay.
I mean, look at who I was friends with a couple years ago. I wasn't crying hanging out with them.
And that's the beauty of friendship.
That is the beauty of friendship. Let's just go ahead and get into it.
Okay.
Let's go backwards for a second. We ran track together at UT. I've talked on previous episodes about like my experience with college sports and all of that. I don't like saying like, oh my God, we weren't friends in college. We're like, we were friendly. Like it was just very like surface level.
Track is different from other sports. Everyone's on the same team, but because there's like different groups that train and spend time together.
And different times.
It's like
goals.
There's teams within a larger team.
Yeah.
And we were not on the same small team.
Yeah.
Therefore, we weren't forced together, and so we didn't like become really good friends.
Yeah.
That's it.
You moved out to LA. I'd been here for a while. I don't even, did you like reach out to me or like how?
I think you might have DM'd me.
Probably. I really don't
We should
know.
scroll back up in our DMs and check.
We will.
Should we do it?
I'm too lazy.
Okay.
But like next time you come back, we'll be
Okay.
like, oh my God, we looked. And it's like a whole thing.
Okay.
Anyways, so something happened. We reconnected. It was back when I was a Soho House member, TBT.
I just moved here.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
And I just remember like we had the longest conversation. It wasn't even like catching up. It was really just being like, this is the version of myself that I was before. This is the version of myself I've always wanted to be.
I was
excited
like
to be.
in the beginning or the middle of the beginning, I don't know, of like a personal shift for myself and like a personal transformation of myself.
Saturn Return. Check out the last episode with Alex Woods.
Okay.
We talked about it.
And I was in the middle of like some friendship transitions.
Yeah.
Figuring out what that looked like for myself. I had no real recollection of like what me and you's friendship status was. And I was like, I have no idea if she actually hates me, if she thought like I was a terrible friend. Like, I'm like, I have no clue.
You know how I am. I was like, oh my God, like we're catching up. If I would have thought after that we would have become the close, even in college, if someone would be like, she is one of your best friends, I'd be like, there's just no way.
I would have been like, no, she's not.
Yeah, and it wasn't even because I didn't like you. It was just like, it just felt like we just lived such different lives. And
I mean, we still do.
I was literally, yeah,
we
both,
we still do.
So nothing's changed.
Yeah.
We're really getting somewhere here. This is kind of crazy. I haven't thought about a lot of this. The basis of it when we were building our foundation was this idea of growth and evolution and becoming a different version of ourselves and being excited about and reflecting on who we were before and wanting to change. Like that has always been like the foundation that we just grew on, which is rare.
Honestly say that for me at least, I don't know if you feel the same way. And I don't know if I've told you this before.
Am I gonna cry?
Maybe.
You're like, fuck, I'm not saying it.
No, I'm going to because now I want you to cry. Okay.
Do you see how they play games? You're sick, dude.
Okay, let me get my thought out. Let me get my thought. I'll make my thought out.
Okay.
Part of the reason why like your friendship is like so special and important to me is because like as I was in that like shift of like figuring out like who I was, who I am, and who I like want to be, and like figuring that out.
And finding the strength to do it.
I never felt like I had to like pretend for you. And I felt like you were always so okay with like whatever version of myself that like I was being and like wanting to be.
Yeah.
That I
so
never
sweet.
had to pretend. And so I've always been like so okay with how different we are.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, she doesn't care that like,
That's like the point.
yeah.
Even my friends who know you now, like you are not the type of person that pretends, period. Like one of the things I love about you, and I like really admire having female friends who know what they want to do or can make a decision and run with it. You know what I mean?
I'm very decisive.
You are, and I'm
sometimes
not.
it's scary how decisive I am.
But it's not out of like impulse. It's out of like rationale or like research or really taking the time to like think about
Or
something.
sometimes it's like literally like the Holy Spirit and I just go.
Oof. That's a whole other episode,
Yeah.
girl. That's
I
a
know.
whole other episode.
I know.
No, yeah, faith.
Yeah.
Totally. That's like also part of it, which is also as a friend, something that like I admire and respect and look up to. Like I think that's great.
Thank you.
Let's get back to some track stuff.
Okay.
I have so many favorite moments with you, but kind of going off of what I was just saying. When you decided to retire, you did such a good job of like listening to as many people as you felt appropriate, but also like taking in what you needed.
I have to tell this story. Because I've never said this on a public platform before, ever. And I've told people privately this story. And people be like, have you ever like shared this publicly? And I'm like, it's not a secret, but like,
wait, oh my God, what happened?
no, you were literally there. And the fact that this is your podcast, I feel so happy at the first time I'm ever saying it.
Exclusive! Woo! Cityus Magazine, tag us. Flow track, you
Okay,
track and field.
So
Us having an intimate moment, me screaming. I'm sorry.
So for context for everyone else, I retired from professional track in the summer of 2024, right after the Olympic trials. I did not make the Olympic team. And prior to not making the Olympic team, I never once had a thought at all whatsoever where I was like, if I don't make the Olympic team, I think I might retire. I never, ever, ever thought that like that. It never even like remotely crossed my mind. But I also like deeply, deeply believed that I was going to make the team. I was running so well that year and I was the healthiest that I had been in quite some time that I also
I felt good about you. I was like, people were, you know how it is, people chatter and they have their opinions. I was like, she looks good.
Yeah, I felt fantastic. So maybe that's part of the reason why I'd never had the thought, because I so like deeply believed that I was going to make the team.
Also, to make the team, you have to think like that.
Yes.
Like
yes.
you can't.
Absolutely.
You can't have a little.
Exactly. You have to be delusional. And I say this about professional athletes in general, that like all of us are in some ways like very delusional, because the aspect is like only 3 people make the team.
Yeah.
And like at the beginning of the track season, there's probably like 200 that are trying.
Well, also, not to make this about me, both my parents being Olympians and that delusional, I genuinely feel like is why I'm attracted to the people I am and why I am the way I am.
Yes.
Because they're both batshit crazy in the best way.
Yeah. Anyway, so I don't make the team, and within like, I want to say within 10 minutes, maybe less than, I had the thought, like, I think I'm done. And within 30 minutes, I said it out loud for the first time that, like, I think I'm done. Maybe it was longer than that. I can't really remember anymore. But I had the thought, like, I knew so quickly that I was done.
Yeah.
And it just took me longer to, like, say it out loud. Anyway.
Also, mind you, this girl was a biomechanical engineering major.
Yeah.
At this time has already won an Emmy. I mean, like, and how old were you at this point?
I had just turned 30.
Even though I was a part of all of it, to hear you doubt in any way, if it even fucking mattered if you had more left in the tank.
know?
Like, you had already done so much.
Thank you.
Like, seriously. And she's single. Straight.
I'm not even gonna comment on that. I'm just gonna keep telling the story. It was a Saturday. I was supposed to stay in Eugene until the following Friday, but I had a moment that night where I was like, F this, I'm leaving, I'm getting out of here. I cannot be in Eugene. I cannot stay here through the Olympic trials anymore. I want to go home. So I booked a plane ticket to LA that left on like Sunday night. My family was there. My best friends were there. Everyone was there. They were all there that day.
Also, I do want to say, obviously you didn't know how you were going to perform, but like, there were reasons why you wanted to stay.
I was supposed to stay because my coach and my training partners were competing through the rest of the Olympic trials.
Yeah.
And it didn't make sense for me to go back home to LA to like not have a coach or training partners.
And your coach, training partners.
So I was coached by Bobby Kersey, and Jenna Prandini was running the 200. Kenny Harrison was running 100 hurdles. Sydney McLaughlin was running the 400 hurdles. Athing Mo was running the 800. And so I wanted to stay and like watch my training partners and teammates compete. Yeah. And then also, if I was going to get more training in, Bobby was
there.
He was there. He was not home in LA. That's why I was going to stay till Friday and then be like, okay, great. After Friday, like I'm going to just like leave.
Yeah.
So I had my Airbnb booked until that Friday, and I was like just planning on staying, like being there in Eugene, enjoying the Olympic trials after I was done competing, and like ride the high of making the Olympic team, because I believed I was going to make the Olympic team.
Yeah.
So that night that after I don't make the team, I booked the plane ticket to leave the very next day because I like want to leave. And I also will never forget this because it's an important part of the story, of the aspect of then I prayed a prayer where I was like, God, you gave me this gift and ability to run. If I'm supposed to be done, open the next door wide open. And if I'm supposed to keep doing this, make that clear.
Sorry to interject. Again, making it about myself.
You're about to come in the story. Like, you're literally the next part of the story.
Thank God. Thank God I'm on the edge
know.
of my seat. I was literally there. No, but I just want to say my mom's a 3-time Olympian, and she had a crazy experience at one of her trials that she got DQ'd. She had to wait another 4 years. My dad, they told him he got 3rd. They were like, oops, sorry, you actually got 4th. That was the 4th fastest time in the world. He had to wait another 4 years. I think it took him like 16 years to make it, 12, 16 years to make an Olympic team. Coloring it and adding context to the impact of what a decision like this is, like what the weight of it is. You train your whole life for 10 seconds. Like, do you know what I mean? And it's really...
And it's literally your whole life.
It's your whole life.
It's your life's work.
And the whole point is like, tick, 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 0.01, 0.01 down, point. Like, it's so mentally draining, and it's so easy to believe, to find a reason why you didn't get the time and to figure out how you could maybe get it next season, or, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's really hard to give up on it when it's not a sport that's like a team sport and there's like a net or a ball or whatever. It's like literally just you and your body.
It's just you and your body and the track and the clock. After all of my friends and family that had come in town to watch me compete had gone, you text me to check in. And then you go back to the Airbnb with me because I'm packing up my stuff so that I can leave. And remember, my flight got delayed. I just had this like overwhelming feeling where I was like, I think I want to stay. And I remember looking up at you and being like, should I stay? And you being like, yes, stay. And I'm like,
I'm like, I just want to hang out.
I had canceled my Airbnb. And I'm like, but like, I don't have a place to sleep tonight. And you text your mom to be like, can she sleep in our room tonight? That made the biggest concern of like, where am I going to sleep completely evaporate. And if you don't look at me that day and say like, stay, I don't know that I would have stayed. And if I didn't stay, I wouldn't have met Michael Johnson. I wouldn't have gotten my job. It was like such a pivotal moment that literally put the trajectory of my life on like a different course. It enabled that door that I had asked God to open, like, to be opened.
Even though you were in this moment that was like scary, that was just like not you. If I was in that same situation, I think you would be like, let's like take a nap and have a glass of wine and like listen to Hannah Montana. Like, I don't know what the fuck you would tell me, but like, you don't run away from things. Like, you are, and it wasn't a fear thing. It just was like,
I think it was 100% fear. I think that I was like, scared shitless.
Oh, I just got the chills. I know that, but that's not how you react to fear. You don't run away from things. Like, you take things head on. I said this to you, life happens outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just one of those moments.
You were helping me be me.
Yes. That's a really good way to put it.
Because you're right. I'm not someone that normally like runs away from fear. I'm not someone that runs away from discomfort.
No.
And like that was like me going back to being me. And you were like, yes.
Yeah. You know, you talked about meeting MJ. What was the next step for you there?
I meet Michael Johnson. I remember walking up to him and just like starting to talk to him.
Which was so crazy, by the way. How did that happen? Mind you, like crashing out 3 hours before, sees an opportunity.
Yes. I don't know. I just like went for it. I just like started talking to him. I remember introducing myself to him.
I remember this.
And him saying, I know you, and asking me if I was going to run the 200. And then I said, no, I'm not. I think I'm done. And then I joked about retirement. And I was like, I think I might be like done. And I don't remember like what he said, but I remember him saying like, oh, if you think you're done, you should just be done. Like something like so simple like that. And I'm like, this is coming from a man who like never lost races. Like it's not, this is not the same.
Yeah, go ahead and give his a little for the people that don't know.
Michael Johnson is a 12-time gold medalist, 0 times silver, 0 times bronze in track and field. It's important to get that like 0 times silver, 0 times bronze. So the aspect of me saying that he never lost races is like real.
Literally. So it's like we think of like the Usain Bolts, the Noah Lyles, like this is like...
He never lost races. He was the world record holder in both the 200 and the 400. The 200 world record was broken by no other than Usain Bolt, and the 400 was Wade Van Niekerk, and so legend in our sport. So like him being like, oh, just retire if you think you're done. I'm just like, okay, says...
You're like, yes, sir.
Says a man who never lost a race. Like, okay, like I just didn't make the team. He never...
Also speaks to like what else he could have done. It's just crazy.
So I'm talking to him, And there's this manze next to him that I've never met before in my entire life. He turns to him and goes, Steve, are you hearing this? And Steve's like, yeah. And he sticks out his hand to me and he's like, Steve Guerra, president of Grand Slam Track. Nice to meet you. And I'm like, oh, great to meet you.
Meanwhile, I'm there in like a little tennis skirt, like, who wants to get an IPA? I love Oregon. And she's like, I'm getting a business deal. And I'm like, okay, well, you're staying. I thought we were going to hang out. I love how you're not responding because you're like,
this is me and Sierra's friendship. Sierra just like does her silly little thing and I just kind of like ignore her.
Mind you, my mom's there the whole time and she's just like, hey, Diva, like we're just hanging.
So Steve's like, oh, would love to talk to you more. Like, are you around tomorrow? Mind you, I had just canceled my flight that like was supposed to leave. And so I'm like, yes, I'm around tomorrow. And I go and I sit with MJ and Steve at the Nike Hospitality. And we talk for like maybe like an hour and a half, which was my first interview that they never told me was an interview.
You're like, they're just picking my brain about
I just
this
thought
cool
we
thing.
were talking.
Yeah.
Steve asked me like what I was doing for the rest of the summer. And I was like, honestly, like, I don't know. Like if you'd have asked me 3 days ago, I would have said, I'm going to probably go run a couple of diamond leagues and then go to relay camp and then go run at the Summer Olympics. And like MJ goes, well, how would you like to come to Paris with us in Grand Slam Track?
And he asked you that at the trials?
Yeah. He was just throwing it out there. Like it wasn't like it was like
vibe check.
And I was like, yeah, that'd be great. I leave Eugene a few days later and like my watch vibrates and like someone's texting me and it's a number that I don't know. And all I see is like, hi, this is Michael Johnson, like on my like phone screen, like my watch screen. And I'm like, oh, like this is really happening.
Yeah.
I realized that like the door that I had asked God to open was open. It was wide open.
Yeah.
All of this is happening within like weeks of the Olympic trials, like where like it's still a phase where like I could very much decide that not only did I still want to run track, but I could have still run that season. Like I still, and I was making the decision that like, okay, like I'm going to like truly like walk away from this. I'm going to walk through the door that I asked to be open.
Then like cut to Paris Olympics.
The time
was that
of
your
our
favorite
lives.
Olympics?
Oh,
I know that's insane. She won a medal at
yes,
once.
no, it was.
It was so fun.
I felt like I experienced the Olympics in totality.
Yeah. For what they actually were. Yeah, they're amazing.
Oh my gosh, I had so much fun.
I will say I've been to a lot. That was my favorite because the trip didn't fully revolve around the Olympics, and I think that was because it was in Paris. Like, do you know what I mean?
I had been telling people for probably a year that I felt like the Paris Olympics were going to be fantastic and they were going to feel a lot like the London Olympics because of like
so fun.
location.
I was so young. I didn't even appreciate London Olympics. I remember I had a beer. I thought it was so cool because I was like 19. I was like, yeah, I'm a brewski. You got Natty Light here? They're like, what?
No, I had a ball. I remember going and meeting you guys at the Louis Vuitton store and like drinking champagne and telling you like, Sierra, it's 3:00 and like all I've had today is champagne.
No, and did you get I got a bag and I got glasses.
I got a bag and shoes.
Anyways, enough about that. Because if we get too in the weeds on that Louis Vuitton story, I talked about it in the Budapest episode because on that trip I took Plan B. I smoked cigarettes for the first time. Like it was crazy. Remember at your birthday dinner when I was saying how much I loved you and I was like,
oh my gosh.
We also, all of her friends are like similar to her, like normal. And so I was just like nervous because you know when you're around people that you know aren't really your people, like I like them, obviously.
You're not normal.
I remember one time I was like on the brink of tears. I was like, I know I'm not for everyone. I know everyone's not going to like me. And she was like, Sierra, no one is for everyone.
No.
And it rocked my world. I mean, that's a hell of a saying or advice.
I mean, no one's for everyone.
It's
and
just,
like you don't like everyone. I believe
I'm like, we know that
everyone is capable of being like kind and nice,
right,
and like existing with anyone. But like some people are genuinely like not compatible.
Yeah, and
like,
that's fine.
The way that we judge and measure compatibility with like a potential like partner, and like we're like, yeah, we're just like not compatible.
We're just friendships.
I believe the same thing exists in friendships. Same. And like people are just like not compatible. And so I'm like, you don't have to like everyone. No. Just like you don't have to be rude. You don't have to talk shit about them. Like you can just like not be friends with someone and like that's it. Like it's just, I actually want to tell the story about you calling me with the urgent care. Can you tell the story and like from your perspective and then I will chime in? I just really feel like this is like the definition of our friendship.
Let me tell the story.
I'm at
let
home,
me no
deep in my book, enjoying my Friday night, like so content to just like be with my book for the night. And then like I get a text from Sierra. Go ahead, your turn.
One thing about me, I sometimes use my parents' card to order Whole Foods delivery. And I love how Whole Foods has these loaves of tartine bread. Sometimes I get that. If they don't have it, I get the normal sourdough. And unfortunately, you have to cut it with a serrated knife. So I was in the middle of a work day, blah, 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 and I just cut the shit out of my finger while I'm cutting through this loaf of bread. And I'm like, oh my God, do I have a finger? I look, it's still there. Thank God. I'm on a Zoom with my coworkers. Everyone's Googling because I can't use my finger because it's bleeding. I forgot what the number was. Let's say it was like 10 or 30 minutes. They were like, go to the hospital. So I wait like double the allotted time to reach out to Morolake because you're like, it's so funny that Alex Woods is like my emergency contact. Like that bitch would let me die. Like there's been times where my mom has been like,
phone on Do Not Disturb.
No.
Okay.
Mine is.
Sierra's phone is chronically on Do Not Disturb, and it like really pisses me off.
It's the only way that I can set boundaries with anyone.
It literally pisses me off.
I'm not saying I'm a popular person, but like I'm the person where the smallest little annoying thing happens and my friends are like, hey, what's up? Oh my God, can you believe this bitch did this? All right, gotta go. Like I just feel like people are, it's not even like quality conversations.
No.
Anyways, whatever.
I respect people whose phone is on Do Not Disturb during office hours. Like if you work like a job.
But after work, I'll go to Dodgers or maybe I'm podcast.
Sierra's phone is on Do Not Disturb 24/7. I ignore her Do Not Disturb and I will like hit notify anyway because
that pisses me off. But also, that's usually if we're like meeting up with each other. It's
yeah.
not, like,
I won't
random.
do it like just like in the middle of the day and I text you. It's like if we're like trying to make plans, or,
which
like,
I am bad at. Like people will be like, I'm outside and I won't see it for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm like, and I get that.
That should have been my and I get that moment.
I know. I cut the shit out of my finger and I call her. Alex Woods. I like to think he's my emergency contact.
You texted me and said like, can you drive me to urgent care? And I call you immediately.
When she gets on the phone, she's like berating me. No, I'm kidding. But
no,
she's
I
like,
basically was.
She's like, do you need to go to urgent care? She's like, if I get to your house, I was like, I can't drive myself to your house.
30 minutes from Sierra. Okay. She moved to literally Narnia.
She's like yelling at me. She's like, Sierra, if I get to your apartment and you're not like gushing blood, like if the bleeding has stopped by the time I get to your apartment, she's like, I'm going to be pissed.
And I also told her that if she wanted to hang out, she should just say that. I wasn't doing anything.
These people think I'm sick. Anyways, she comes over. Thank God I was still bleeding.
I'm like almost there. Like text you like 5 minutes out, and you're like still bleeding, and I'm like, good.
We go to urgent care. And then
we found out that you're not pregnant.
Yeah, while I was there, I was like, can we just run a pregnancy test? Because I was late on my period. Before this, I was freaking out that I was pregnant. And you were like, you're literally not. Like, you were like, you're so annoying. You always think something's wrong with you. And then when she asked for the last date, you started, like, I saw the numbers.
Yes, my brain turned on. Yeah. And I was like, and that's why you think you're pregnant.
I was like, yes.
And I was like, this makes sense.
I'd like change a prescription or something. So it really
But
wasn't.
Like at that moment in time is when I was like,
I did have a UTI.
Is when I was like, wait, like this makes
Kelsey,
sense.
cut that. Why did I say that?
I don't know why you said that. But then what was crazier is then like I like flipped the switch and I'm like, okay, so like we take this pregnancy
you go
test,
to fight or flight.
Then it comes back positive. What are you gonna do? And you said keep it, and I was gagged.
Then you were mad at me. You were like, you can't keep it. I was like, I'm in my 30s. I have to keep it.
But like being pregnant by the man that you would have been pregnant by would literally be insane. Insanity.
Mind you, we use condoms every time. And I'm like, I'm pregnant. The man that she's referring to, I believe Alex and I talked about on the first episode. So have fun with that. I agree.
I would have rather it been like.
Could you imagine like.
No, I can't imagine. I cannot imagine.
Could you imagine him like with David Marquise or like either of my parents?
Oh my gosh. If him, like your mom talking to him.
I showed my mom a picture of him and she was like, he is like. She's an Olympian. She was like, he's like too muscular. Like, it's just like not real. We have to wrap this up. Okay.
Literally, I'm just thinking about your mom and him in the same room and your mom talking
she would
about
be
him.
Scared. He is hot. He is hot.
I don't even know this man. I've never met him.
I don't know him either. I'm kidding. Obviously, I know him.
You actually like really know him. You know, in the Bible, the word that they use for no.
Okay, dude, whatever you're gonna say is about to fuck me up, so just don't.
Okay.
Like, what?
Let's just leave it alone. We're insane.
Oh, now it's us together. Let's put a pin in Mr. I don't remember what we named him, but Kelsey bleeped that if that wasn't it. Do you have an and I get that? Don't do the one that you just said. Think of a new one.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to come up with an and I get that now.
Please, let's wrap it up. I need
That's
a
what
cocktail.
you should have done. You know what? That was it. Just say and I get that.
And I get that. I did.
I have one more.
No.
Okay.
Why is everyone like, I don't know what it is? And then they, whatever, go.
Women should never defend men on the internet.
And I get that.
That's it.
Why do I feel like this doesn't apply to me, right?
It doesn't. You don't defend men. What?
See?
I was going to say a real nasty one, but like I'll say that for cocktails.
What was it? Okay. Wow. This was one of my favorite episodes. I mean it so genuinely. I just love how different we are and how much fun we have. It just makes it so fun. And I've just had so many experiences with people where like it's just not fun. And I feel the same way about Chloe. It's like
We should have done an episode with Chloe on it too.
we still can.
Me and Chloe are going to see Kamala tomorrow.
Y'all never invite me to shit.
Honestly, I only have 2 tickets.
So you invited her and you thought she'd be a better fit. How did this happen?
I honestly like didn't think you'd want to. Like Chloe.
Kamala Harris.
But it's
I'm
like
never gonna beat the MAGA allegations.
No,
like, what?
No. I don't even think that about you. It's
Okay,
just
good.
the aspect of it's a book tour about her memoir that just came out, and I don't think that you're ever going to read that book. And I know that Chloe's reading it, so
Okay, fair, fair.
That's really what it was based on.
I'm reading a book right now called "It's Different This Time" by Josh Richards, one of my dear friends, and I've read like 50 pages.
And how long?
It's not about that.
Okay, that's fine.
I love you so much. Thank you for coming. I will see you, silly geese.
Not to make
next
this
week.
about me, but can I do the outro?
I've lost reins of my own
Thank you
life.
so much for joining the podcast. Not to make this about me. It's been a pleasure with you guys. From your host, our favorite girl, Silly Sierra. We'll see you next time.
Why was that kind of good? I hate it here. I love you, divas. Bye. Crush out loading. Besos.